Good morning. It was great to see us bounce back last week against a divisional opponent. I thought we did some great things on the defensive side of the ball. I thought the difference in the game, to be honest, was our performance in the red zone. I thought we did a great job in really holding those guys to field goals, and of course the turnover on defense that turned into points were great by Denzel. And then you look at what we did on third down. Where we need to improve is in the run game. A lot of self-inflicted wounds there, guys not executing, getting out of their gaps, and also some things that we were doing defensively with the man stuff put us on the disadvantage on the perimeter when we were playing man. So we got out of that a little bit and started playing a little bit more zone eyes. I thought Mixon did a phenomenal job. And we talked about that all week, just trying to control him. And it's not going to be any different this week. These guys are doing a great job, in my opinion, running the football with Drake, as well as David Johnson and then Chase Edmonds. And then, Kyler Murray can make some damage of his own just running the football. So it's going to be a task to be able to stop their run game. And I do a great job as well when he drops back. I don't think this young man gets a lot of credit for his ability to throw the football. And he does a tremendous job. And getting the ball where it needs to be. And then also, I think, with their receiving core, starting with Larry Fitzgerald, one of the best in the league. So it's going to be a difficult task again this week, but we're up to the challenge. And with that, I'll take your questions.
You just mentioned how remarkable is Larry Fitzgerald? And you got to coach him last year. What's he really like?
Phenomenal. Outstanding player, but even a better person. Everything that he stands for. He's, in my opinion, a true pillar of the National Football League and the things that he does, not only on the field but off the field.
What challenges does their tempo pose? It looked like it wore down Pittsburgh in that game. Their defense, they needed breathers along the way. How does that affect what you're going to do this week?
Well, number one, those guys do a great job in staying ahead of the sticks, and really trying to create positive yardage on first and second down, and that's where we got to try to create negative plays to try to get them in the third down. And we can't allow those guys to sustain drives, and they're so potent at doing that just based off who they have at quarterback. So, again, up-tempo, we got to be quick getting in and out of the huddle. Those guys do a great job of substituting sometimes, again, just getting right on the ball. So we got to be ready to play. We got to be locked in and focused.
What did you learn from your time in Arizona? How did you grow as a coach during that time? And just how do you recount that experience?
What I learned is just really how to deal with adversity. As a head coach, trying to prepare each and every week, trying to get your guys up to perform at a high level. So again, it was difficult, going through the struggles. But I thought the guys performed and played well, and they stayed together throughout. So there's a lot of things that I learned and a lot of things that I will carry moving forward.
Does it help you in some ways to maybe share some of those experiences with Freddie when he's gone through times this year?
There's some things that we've talked about over the course of the years, of course, this year. But again, I think Freddie's done a great job, in my opinion, really trying to continue to get these guys, to ready to perform each and every week and really staying with the message and staying consistent.
See, when you get a guy like Kyler who has that run-pass dual threat, which areas of your defense do you think it stresses the most?
Well, I think really just trying to contain this guy as a whole, because as you just mentioned, he's a dual threat, throwing the ball as well as having the ability to be able to just escape and make plays with his feet. So we got to do a great job of really trying to keep him in the pocket and try to contain him. Not a lot of teams have been able to do that this year. So, again, it's going to be a difficult task on our part.
How do you get that message through to them? I mean, you got some young guys playing end for you. So I guess how do you get that message through to them?
Well, just really trying to pinpoint certain things you see on film, all right, the way you incorporate your drills this week and how you practice. So you got to be real disciplined in the things that you're doing to try to contain this guy.
Does preparing for Kyler in some ways help you prepare for Lamar at all, or are they so different that it's not going to do that?
Right now our focus is just on Arizona. So we'll see exactly how much carryover that we do have, next week. But, with him alone, it's just difficult trying to contain him.
How have you seen him, since he is a rookie, learned to read defenses as his season has progressed?
Well, I think really the offense as a whole helps him out because he gets the ball out so quickly, so he's not holding on to the ball, and again, he has the ability to sustain plays with his feet. So we got to do a great job of really trying to get the ball out of his hand, even quicker, and most importantly, trying to contain this guy when he does try to escape.
How did you like the way that Denzel sort of responded to the challenge with Freddie asking him to kind of get his hands on some footballs, and how did he do with that?
I told you guys probably maybe 2 weeks ago, I thought Denzel, maybe 3 weeks ago, that he was playing, high caliber football, and he didn't really have the stats and things that people look for. But as a coach, when I look and break down the tape, he's doing a lot of great things in the run game, coming up, supporting in the run, really taking his receiver away at certain times, playing man coverage. Just so happened he got a big play last week that sort of stood out a little bit. So I'm not surprised. And again, as I said before, he practices that way, Each and every day he comes in and really tries to put the time and effort in, so it's showing on the field.
What's Brian Cox giving you guys in his limited time here?
I think Brian plays with, number one, a tremendous motor, extreme effort. He's a guy that's going to give you an opportunity and a chance to make plays out there just because he plays so hard. And he plays within the system. He does a lot of good things, just being disciplined and trying to do his job. So along with him and Port Augustine, I think we're really getting some good play out of those two right now.
Season for Joe Shelbert?
If I had a vote, I would say yes.
When you look at that duo, Shelbert and Wilson, how have they kind of grown together?
I think, Joe is definitely taking Mac underneath his wing and really trying to bring him along and really try to teach him the ins and outs as a rookie, how to study at this level, how to prepare, and they build a strong bond. And as I mentioned with Mac a couple of weeks ago, he's growing each and every week. He's not making the same mistakes. You can see his progress and his growth, all right, from week to week and the things that he's doing. So I'm very pleased right now with him.
Was that Larry's best game of the season or one of Larry Ogunjobi's best games of the year?
I wouldn't say it was his best game of the season. He's put up some good numbers in the past. The biggest thing that we're looking for across the board with Larry is all the other guys is just that consistency. And with the numbers that we have, the depleted numbers that we have up front, I think those guys are doing a tremendous job. Larry's stepping up. Sheldon is playing well. Without OV being in there, so we need that continuous push up front to give us a chance.
Is this exactly what you expected the pass rush to be like without Myles Garrett, or is it even more of a night and day difference than you anticipated?
Well, of course, you lose a lot when you lose Myles. And again, I think those guys are trying to pick up the slack there, starting with Sheldon and his performance and the things that we're doing. Can we get more? Do we need more? Of course. But I think those guys are doing a pretty good job and giving us a chance to be successful.
Is it hard for, is it hard to kind of quantify the ripple effect, just the attention that offenses gave Myles, the ripple effect on the rest of the pass rush?
I would say yes. He's a guy that, you're definitely going to try to chip and turn the protection to. But you still see a lot of the things that they were doing with Myles, teams are still doing from a standpoint of 6-7-man protection. I think a lot of it's due to our pressure, so we're still getting those kind of looks.
I know Taki is a little bit sick this week, but if he does play, what do you need to see of him in these last 3 games?
Well, again, just continued growth, the details, being consistent. To me, at this time of the year, it's all about the fundamentals and technique, not only with him, but everybody across the board. This is going to be a big eye discipline game for us, guys, understanding, because a lot of what they do is, a lot of window dressing, motion here, shift there, trying to get your eyes in the wrong spot. So we've got to be very disciplined across the board to have success.
When you look at the Arizona offense as a whole, how different is it than what you face on a normal basis, just given Cliff's college background from a year ago and some of the, air raid stuff, and they go with, 2 or 3 backs sometimes?
Well, I think, again, it's just the tempo. A lot of the runs, when you really break it down, most of the things that we've seen before, but you really can't put, you really can't practice the tempo that you're going against. We tried to simulate that yesterday as well as today, but they're so fast in what they're doing in their operation. So we just got to make sure that we get aligned quickly, get our eyes in the right spot, as I just mentioned, and just try to play fast.
What are your emotions going back to Arizona? It had to be a high point and a low point in your career.
Well, to be honest, I don't really have any emotions in regards to this week. You know, I want to win this game just like I wanted to win last week's game, just like I wanted to win the first game against Tennessee. So my focus is trying to get these guys in position to be successful, and hopefully we can go out there and get a win.
Kyler's size, is that any kind of a disadvantage for him in any way in terms of batted balls at the line of scrimmage, or is he so mobile and shifty that that's not an issue?
To be honest, I haven't seen that on tape. His size is really not a factor, in my opinion, the things that I've seen him able to do on film. So, tremendous player. Again, I don't think he gets enough credit with his ability to be able to throw the football as well as he does. So, not at all.
Seems to take a lot of big sacks where he's moving back to try to escape rather than just either throwing it away or going down. Some really large sacks he's had.
Yeah, you've seen that on film, and again, it's just, to his credit, he's trying to make plays, he's trying to make things happen, and guys are doing a great job, again, of trying to contain him and keep him in the pocket. But I've also seen his share where he gets out of that and throws the ball down the field as well. So, again, we got to do a great job of trying to make sure that we just contain this guy.